What's going on, everyone? Today we are taking a look at the Linkind smart light bulbs. Right here I have their A19 light bulbs, and these are RGB TW bulbs, which means they have RGB plus tunable white colors as well. So before we look at the rest of the bulbs, I wanted to point out that this product is an exclusive Jimmy Darts collaboration where $1 of every purchase gets donated to Jimmy to support his kindness initiatives. All right, so besides the A19 bulbs, I also have their BR30 bulb. As you can see, it's a floodlight. You have your A21 bulb, which is similar to the A19, but it's larger and also much brighter as well. So for reference, these are 800 lumens each. This one is 650 lumens, and then this one here is much higher at 1600 lumens. So that's double the output of these here. And then lastly, right here in the middle, I have a A19 CCT bulb. So unlike these, this one only has tunable white, but it does have all the same features as well. As I said earlier, these are RGB TW bulbs, which is much better than regular RGB bulbs, as you can use these as regular white bulbs and then just use the RGB whenever you feel like it. When it comes to connectivity, you can connect to these bulbs with Bluetooth or Wi-Fi. Most of the time, Wi-Fi would be the best way to connect, but if your internet goes out or you're using the bulbs in an area that doesn't have Wi-Fi, that's where the Bluetooth connection would come in handy, making sure you can always connect to the bulbs. And these do have full Matter compatibility, which lets you integrate the bulbs with Apple Home, Google Home, Alexa, and SmartThings. All right, so adding the bulbs onto my Google Home was very easy. You simply scan the QR code in the manual, give it a name, and assign it to a room, and that's pretty much all there is to it. And once you have it added to your Google, there's a few different ways you can control it. As you can see, I have the bulb installed in a lamp right here. And to change the color, you can simply use your voice and say, "Hey Google, change the lamp light to blue." And as you can see, it changed the light very quickly, so you don't have to open up the app or even get off your seat. All you gotta do is talk to Google, and just like that, you can easily control the bulb. Besides with your voice, you can also click right here on home control, go to lights. As you can see, I have the light right here, so just click on that. I can turn it on and off. And from here, I can also change the brightness, color, and then I have a few more controls right here as well. And last but not least, you can also control it from the Google Home app as well. Just like on the Google Home device, just tap on it to turn it on and off. And then if you hold it down, that's where it'll give you more settings for the bulb. And with any of those options, you can turn the bulb on and off. And then you can also adjust the brightness, color temperature, or color as well. So I'll be using these bulbs in various places in my house, but just to show you how they look in different places, right here I have one set up in a lamp. And then up here I also have 5 more set up on the ceiling light as well. All right, so taking a look at the app, this is what it looks like. You can control them individually, or you can also make a group to control multiple bulbs at the same time. It's gonna be kind of hard to look at different bulbs. So for now, I'll just show you the single bulb options. And then when we get into the multi-bulb kind of stuff, that's when I'll switch up to the ceiling light. So first off, as I said earlier, you have tunable white. And then if you come over here to color, that's when you have a ton of different colors that you can choose from. And as you can see, very, very vibrant colors. Some of these RGB bulbs are dim when it comes to the colors, but this one does put out a very vibrant output. Again, you do have a dimmer, so you can put it as dim as you want it. And you can see it's barely on right there in the top. And then that's the light all the way at the max. And as you can see, you do have a full entire color wheel, so you can change from any color possible. So this leaves you with 16 million different color options. So whatever color you want, you can definitely find it on this wheel. And then right down here, you also have a few MS Paint kind of default colors. Coming to the next tab, you have a bunch of different presets. So let's go ahead and check out Party. And you can see that one kind of cycles through different colors. You have Family. Looks like it changes through warm yellow kind of tones. Night light, so it's a very dim yellow light. So if you want to use it as a basic night light, you can also just use that toggle. You have TV, kind of a bluish purple light. Focus on, I guess this is a tone that's supposed to help you focus. Reading, and cozy. Let's go to Modern City. Here we have Chinatown. It's gonna go kind of red and orangish. So A lot of different presets in there where the colors kind of cycle through. And then right over here, if you wanted, you could also make your own preset as well. So right here, you have different colors that you could add, different presets. So if you want to play with that, you can go ahead and make your own preset. Personally, I don't really have the time to do that, so I usually select through what they have here. And in this case, fortunately, I do have a lot to select from. So I just noticed this has something called Light Lab. So even if you're someone like me that doesn't want to mess with making your own preset, you can just go inside here, and this will have a bunch of user submitted presets. This way you don't even have to make your own. You could just scroll through all of these and find stuff that other people already created and shared right here in the app. Coming down here, you have schedules. You can go ahead and add a schedule to the light bulb, so it'll automatically turn on and off whenever you want it to. So if you're going to use it as a night light like I just showed you, you can go ahead and program it to work at certain hours of the day. Or maybe you want it on the entire day, but you want it to shut off at a certain hour. You can go ahead and program that in here. And as you can see, you do have different schedules for both turn on and turn off. When it comes to turn on, you can adjust the brightness, your preset, your white tone, and your color. And then you can also set what days you want it to repeat as well. So pretty cool to have that, as this makes the light bulb automated. You just set it, program everything in, and then you never have to worry about it again. It'll just work all on its own. And then if you want to take things even further, you can even add routines with the bulbs as well. So you have your schedules up top. You can have them work with sunset and sunrise. You can have them fade in to wake you up, fade out when you're going to sleep. You can add automations based on other triggers that other devices do. You can set them to work with a motion detector. And as you can see, several different things you can do here. So lots of customization you could dial in right there. And then coming to the last tab, you also have music mode. Personally, I think this one works better with more bulbs, which I'll show you in a little bit. But just to show you how it looks on one bulb, let me go ahead and turn on some music. And this uses your phone to synchronize with the music. So as soon as you're playing a song on your phone and turn that on, it's going to listen from your phone's microphone. And this can be either music playing on your phone or from an external source. As I said, it's going to use that microphone to pick up any sound around it. So let me go ahead and test this out now. All right, so I went ahead and played a song. And all you got to do is click right here, play. So right now I'm on rainbow mode. And within every mode, so as you can see right here, there's a few different modes here. A few more modes up here, several different modes you can choose from, but within every mode you also have what's called beat of rhythm. So that's how the light is going to transition. So right now I have it on smooth. So as you can see, it's kind of moving slowly, but if I put it on rapid, it's going to blink a lot quicker. So depending on the music you're playing, it'll react differently. Obviously, if you're playing something like EDM, that's where you might want it like this. And then if you're playing some smooth, relaxing jazz, you're not going to want it doing that. So that's when you can have a slower scroll like it is doing right now. So that was smooth. This is medium. Lively. That one fits with this music pretty well. And then back to, like I had it earlier, rapid. And besides all of those, you can also set your own custom preset and auto preset as well. Like I said, it's not bad on a single bulb, but it looks a whole lot better when you have it synchronized across multiple bulbs. Even if it's just two lamps, maybe you had a lamp right here, another one right here, that would just give it a bigger and more immersive look. All right, so here it is again on this ceiling light. As I said, you can control them all at once. So right now I'm doing group selection. So I can change them all just like that. And this is called Afterglow. Right here we have Afternoon, Alarm. So you can see it's kind of cycling through this very cool motion right there. Aurora. So like I said earlier, it takes the presets to a whole nother level when you have the other bulbs for it to interact with as well. And this is just the regular non-music modes for now. Right here we have Bonfire. Kind of gives a fire kind of look. Disco. And as you can see, they're changing individually. So it's not just a boring basic transition where every bulb is changing at the same time. They're changing in a more dynamic way, which just makes it look a whole lot better. Right here we got happiness, lightning. So it kind of flickers like an actual lightning storm is in the room. Mother's Day. And just to show you how many presets it has, you have all of these to select from. So almost an infinite amount to play with, and surely going to find a few things in there that you like. So now we're gonna go back to music mode. So let me go ahead and turn on the song. Right here we have Christmas. And as you can see, they're all kind of doing their own thing and interacting with the music and blinking to the speed of the music. And put that on lively. It's gonna give you a little more of an idea of what's going on. Here we have disco. Let me lower the brightness down a little bit so it's not flashbanging the camera. Then you can also change the sensitivity. So if it's reacting improperly, you can also change that to react less or set it up so it reacts a whole lot more. Like I said, a whole bunch of different options. It really doesn't capture how it looks in person as it kind of blows out the camera with everything going on all at once. But in person, this definitely looks very, very cool and not like anything I've seen before. Again, they're synchronized, but all moving at their own different configuration, which gives it just a much better look compared to the regular all bulbs going and doing the same thing at once. Overall, that music mode is going to be good for parties, get-togethers, or maybe your kids are just playing around and want some lights to go along with their music. And then if you're playing slower, relaxing music, this will work as a good mood/ambient light as well. So as you can see, definitely very versatile and convenient light bulbs. They can be used as regular bulbs, mood lights, or even party lights as well. I used to have RGB bulbs, but they didn't have white colors. So whenever I wanted to use them, I had to switch the bulbs. And then when I was done, I had to take them back out and put my regular bulbs back in. Again, this has both built into a single unit. So you get the convenience of not having to swap bulbs and all the features easily accessible at all times. Overall, these are definitely great bulbs. They work well, they're packed with a ton of features, and best of all, they also come at a very good price as well. All in all, if you happen to be shopping for light bulbs, I would highly, highly recommend the ones I have here from Linkind. If you would like to purchase or get more information, I'll also have the link in the description as well. All right, well, that about wraps up this video. As usual, if you have any questions at all, feel free to drop me a comment and let me know. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.